Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are still live on MX24 with the AM Club. It's now time, it's almost that time of the year where we're counting down on Accra's creamiest festive event. This Christmas season, ARC event in partnership with the MX24 is freezing the time to give off a frozen experience. It's Ice Cream Fair 2021, the Time Freeze edition. All day and into the night with freezing time with all your favorite ice cream flavors from Accra's finest ice cream vendors. Get ready for the live music, the photo ops, the giveaways, the games, and much more of those fun activities the whole family can enjoy. The Ice Cream Fair is on Boxing Day on the 26th of December 2021. Get a stand now. Call 055-807-7440 and follow at Ice Cream Fair Ghana on social media to stay posted for more updates. The Ice Cream Fair 2021 hashtag the Time Freeze edition, powered by ARC event in partnership with MX24. It's now time for Lifestyle Daily. As we said earlier, we'll be having a conversation about Christmas and movies. So apart from the spiritual aspect of Christmas, the festive period is also basically a race to see how much food, rest and TV you can cram into the few days and weeks of holidays. Also, because we are graced with streaming platforms such as Netflix, the whole country isn't scheduled or shackled to the same TV schedule, and you're not forced to watch the same old movies over and over again. What is the one Christmas movie to watch? Why is watching Christmas movies one of the things people look forward to during Christmas season or the festivities? Join us on this conversation as we discuss Christmas and movies in today's Lifestyle Daily conversation, and Godwin is standing by with that conversation.
Thank you very much, Edma, for that introduction. Guys, before we get into the conversation, remember, like we always say, you are a major part of the show. So what are your favorite movies to watch during Christmas? Please send your reactions to us, your comment to us on our WhatsApp line. It's 0550-331-511, 0550-331-551, or tweet at us at MX24GH with the hashtag the AM Club. So we're going to talk about movies and we're going to talk about Christmas and see how the two come together to create a better industry and a better season. So having a conversation this morning, I see I'm the only person who can pull her here this morning, and I feel very privileged to introduce my first guest for this morning and for this conversation. We have the one and only Shirley Frimpong, Manso, founder and CEO and producer at Sparrow Studios. First is Sparrow Studios or Sparrow Productions?
Sparrow Studios.
Yeah, Sparrow Studios, that's the right one. And then we'll shortly have Michael Katahena, who is a TV presenter as well and an actor, joining us. We will be delving into Sparrow's latest TV series. Well, it's not a TV series because it's not going to be on TV, but it's a series.
It's a drama series.
It's a drama series. So we're going to talk about that shortly, which I am a part of, and I'm excited to talk about it. But first of all, let's talk about Christmas, Shirley. This is going to be like I'm going to profile you right now. If you're okay with that. I know you don't like that, but let's try to have that conversation.
Let's have some fun.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
First of all, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Godwin.
And you're officially an AM Club member.
Yes.
So, Shirley, what does Christmas mean to you?
Oh my God. First off, it's my favorite holiday. All of the holidays, it's my favorite holiday. I love Christmas. I've always loved Christmas. As a kid, as a grown-up, I'm sure I'll continue to love it. There's something about Christmas. It's just it's good cheer. You know, it's food. It's great movies. You get to watch the movies that you watched when you were a kid again. You know, it's everybody's in a good mood. You know, the gifts, the travel, family, and friends, and it's just a happy time. I love it.
I know you've spent Christmas in London and you've spent Christmas in Ghana several times. Which do you prefer, Christmas in London or Christmas in Ghana?
Christmas in London, it's cold. But then, you know, they do make a real effort. You know, when you go out there on the streets, it's you see the Christmas out there, perhaps more than here. No, you know, but what we have here that perhaps you won't find anywhere is you know, is the family. It's a family bit of things. Right. You know, you wake up in the morning, you know, the cousins are there, the aunties are there, you're pounding fufu.
In London?
No, I'm talking about Ghana, here. Yeah, I'm making the comparison. Right. I'm saying that what you have in Ghana and you won't have anywhere else.
I think it's a family factor. You know, the extended family, everybody comes together. So which one would I pick? On a good day, I probably pick Ghana. Ghana
I know that's because you're here. That's why you're saying it. I know you love London Christmas. But so, okay, you've mentioned a few things. But what really do you remember as a child growing up when it was Christmas that you loved doing so much? We know there's the food bit, there's the movies, which we'll talk about shortly. But what was it like your Christmas? I feel like, well, we are not two separate generations. We certainly are not.
We're not, so. Godwin.
But what did you do growing up during Christmas? I'll say mine later.
Okay, you're asking me this compared to now? Or
yes, compared to now.
What it was like for me?
What it was like when you were growing up?
It was great. You know, in my house, we always had, we had a few more people during Christmas. Cousins, aunties, and stuff like. My mom loved people to be around. So it was a big family do. And I think for me, what I remember the most is waking up on Christmas Day and smelling akokongkwang, you know, the light soup, you know, yes, the light soup, and then you can hear the pounding of the fufu in the back there. And you know, during this time, your parents are not so, they're not so, their eyes are not so much on you, so you can get away with a lot. You get to eat and drink at very odd hours. You get to sleep, because I never used to like to sleep.
Right.
So I get to sleep at very odd hours. I could stay up till about 2 a.m., 3 a.m., you know. It's just getting away with so much. You know, for me, that was it. And then, of course, during that time, we had only GTV. Okay, and GTV will be playing the same movie over and over again. You know, but then it was all the music, you know, because they would have these church choir songs, you know, yes, yeah, mama fish, you know, so it's just the ring of it, you know, and you wake up and the Hamatan, you know, we almost had our own sort of winter, you know, when the weather, it's all funny. And it was just great. And then you've got the gifts under the Christmas tree, you know.
Oh, you did that?
Yes.
You had that?
Yes. We had this, you know, very, not very pretty Christmas tree, but, you know, it was good enough, you know. And then you have the gifts under it. If you've been a good girl, then which I wasn't most of the time. You're expecting to get something really nice. So it was everything. It's family, it's the food. It's just as a kid, you know, just having a bit more fun. You know, when nobody else was making you work, but you can just get around and play, and just nice.
It's beautiful to see you relive this moment and, you know, play it back.
I love Christmas.
Let's talk about movies. So apart from the choir and stuff, what movies were they showing during your time when it was Christmas? Okay,
I mean, as growing up, I got to love the movies that I loved, you know, in spite of what they were showing on television. But I know that GTV would continuously show Home Alone.
So they were showing it?
Yes.
Then they've been showing it for long.
Oh, yeah. They've been showing it for 30 years. You know, but it never gets old, because I still watch Home Alone.
Wow.
You know, I love it. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. But I think my ultimate Christmas movie, Love Actually.
Love Actually.
God, do you know Love Actually?
It sounds like something I've heard of.
Okay, you could Google it.
Who was it?
Oh my God, it's everybody. You know, Keira Knightley.
Okay, I'm out of this. I have no idea who these people are.
It is beautiful, and the way it starts, you know, it starts with this failed musician who's trying to get a comeback, you know, get a #1 on the, you know, on the music, whatever, you know, and they're making him redo the song. I feel it in my fingers, I feel it in my toes.
My goodness, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I love the movie, Love Actually. It's just Christmas, and it's love, and it's romance, and it's just good cheer. You know, it puts a smile on my face. I mean, thinking about it now, I want to go home and watch it.
So thinking about those movies as you recall them, and now, comparatively, how would you compare those movies growing up watching during Christmas and the ones we see now? I mean, right now there are so many platforms, so there are variety. But comparatively, how would you describe those movies and now? Would you say that the quality has changed in terms of storytelling? Or, of course, production-wise, I say we have better cameras and stuff now, so
I guess
production has increased. But in terms of storytelling, would you say the quality has changed?
I think in terms of storytelling, it's become a bit more complex. You know, I think people feel like, you know, it's not good enough to tell the simple love Christmassy story anymore, you know, so they make it a bit more complicated. I think the Marvel Studios release a lot of their movies during Christmas. So I know Spider-Man is in the cinemas,
yeah.
and I hear it's very, very good.
It's grossing 200. Edmund was just talking about
Yes.
it, how people were telling her.
Yes,
that
yes, yes.
it's
Apparently,
really good.
it's so good.
My goodness.
I have to see it. You know, so they have these Marvel movies, you know, and the kids love it. The kids love it, and I guess the older folks love it as well. I mean, some of the older folks. But, you know, I mean, the difference is that when I was growing up, the Christmas movies were more, it was more family. It was more family focused. It was more romance, you know, people falling in and out of love. I guess a lot of the movies you're making now is sort of in the same direction, but it's more technology focused.
Okay.
You know, you have all these animated, you know, figures and stuff like that. So I guess that's what it is. But life changes. The times have changed. And I don't think it takes anything away, really.
Okay, Shirley, but, you know, in 2017, I know that potato screen at the Cannes.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, and
Yes.
you got to meet all these global directors and producers. You've met these people. Now, coming back home, do you see a future for our industry here, given the stories we are still telling? We don't even want to go into Nigeria and everything, but in the Ghanaian industry, do you see a brighter future, this light at the end of the tunnel that we are made to believe? Do you see it happening? Having met all these people and looking at where they are now, even with Spider-Man.
Look, it would be a sad case if I continued to do this and didn't have hope that things were going to get better. I mean, I wake up in the morning, this is what I do. So if I don't have hope, then of course this is completely you know, it's futile. So yes, I believe that things will change. I believe that we do have very good producers in Ghana. I believe we have very good actors here. You know, we used to be the leading, what's the word? You know, the leader perhaps in African cinema. A lot has changed in the last few years, but I believe that a lot of people are doing some very good stuff out there. When we go to the festivals and stuff, we're able to compete and compete well. Our stories are not the issue necessarily. You know, it's being able to tell it bold and big, and it comes down to funding. Okay, and I think that's one of our biggest problems here. And so I think that the more we continue to do, you know, the more focused we are, the more we put ourselves out there. It's not easy, you know, but again, it's not easy for anyone, even in Hollywood and for the industries that seem to have made it. So I think we just continue to focus and work very hard, and I think that we will make it.
Oh, that gives me hope. That's so much hope for me.
We're very hopeful.
All right, so before we continue, let me introduce our other guests, Michael Katahena, the man with a silky voice and the silver beard, I must say. Michael, welcome to the AM Club.
Thank you.
He's an actor and presenter and also a cast of Shirley's new drama series, 21 Days Inside. Before, Merry Christmas, Michael.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
Now, before I come to you, Michael, Shirley, let me also ask you. So, I was reading a report on Variety.com, and they said that women made 16% of film directors in 2020 who were found in the top 100 highest grossing films of all time.
Okay.
You know, and I want to find out from you, because it's the same situation everywhere in the world. Women are, quote unquote, a minority when it comes to producers, and you know there are less numbers of women all over the world. So, what do you tell yourself when you're writing, when you're about to go on set, when you're about to work in this male-dominated sector with all, you know, male sound guy, male lightsman, cameraman, you know, what do you tell yourself and how do you keep yourself going?
Honestly, it spurs me on. You know, it's the one thing that has, you know, guided me. You know, I don't wake up feeling like a woman. I wake up feeling like a film director. That's first and foremost. You know, that doesn't necessarily play at the back of my mind too much. But then there are moments when I'm on set. I mean, I'm in the room, you know, and then suddenly I'm looking around and I'm surrounded by men. Just men. And I'm thinking, wow, this has to change, you know. I think that is not for the want of good directors or great directors, because I sincerely believe that women make some of the best directors in the world. The reason being that we're better storytellers. We're better storytellers. I don't care what anybody says. We attach emotion to our storytelling. I have seen a lot of...
You know, Michael is looking at you for me.
I know. I've seen a lot of emotional, you know, people trying to attach emotion to storytelling. And there's so many times I watch it and I'm like, my God, if a woman was telling this story, it would be much, much, much more different. So I know we're better storytellers.
What makes a woman a better storyteller than
because we attach a lot more emotion to our storytelling. I'm not saying that we probably have more feeling, but we do have more feeling. You understand? Also, I think some of the greatest stories out there has come from the woman angle. You understand? Yeah, a mother with 2 kids, a mother trying to make, you know, a home, you know, a mother, because, you know, we have a lot of the stories where the men are gone and the mothers will have to bring up their sons and their daughters and stuff like that. We have a lot. Perhaps about 70% of the stories out there, you know, focus on that kind of, you know, story. And so for me, a woman will tell a much better story than perhaps a man would. I'm not taking it away from the men. I'm sure they do a much better job, perhaps when it comes to other aspects of production. And so I think, honestly, the world is changing, okay? I do not succumb to the fact that if you're a woman, then you must be given the opportunity to do whatever. I think that you must work just as hard. Perhaps you must work even more, you know, to prove yourself, because obviously it's a male-dominated, you know, industry. But that has never led me. I go on set, I don't see woman, I see Shirley working, and if for any reason at all my being a woman tickles your fancy, then so be it.
Michael, bro, okay. So, question. You've had Shirley. You've worked with Shirley. Perhaps your first acting gig was 21 Days Inside.
He's my first.
And he's
I'm your first?
Yeah.
Yes, you are his first.
Yes,
Your first acting
Oh
gig.
my God, Michael! I'm your first!
Michael, what was it like working with Shirley?
First of all, it came as a surprise for me. I was
Guys, you hear the voice. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there.
My God,
Okay?
that voice.
I'm putting it out there.
I had a call. Well, initially I had someone send me a message. I think it was Jasmine Berudi, and she was telling me about, well, she didn't give me details of the project, but I said that Shirley wanted to speak to me and there was something to be done and I should get in touch. So then, fast forward, I get in touch with production manager, Miss Lee, and then she tells me about that. So you can't be serious.
I've never acted.
Yeah.
You know?
I've spent, well, about 25 years in front of the camera as a TV presenter, doing all kinds of production work and all that. But done all kinds of programs, politics, social magazine programs,
Sports.
business and finance, and then sport. But acting, what did Shirley see? So then I go for the auditioning, and then, well, they asked me to play this part. I found it very interesting. But to answer your question directly, I mean, it's been awesome. I told her earlier that before then, and that was the first time I actually met her, I'd already heard all kinds of stories about Shirley. She's not a very friendly person. She's very hard. She's this, she's that. So I had all kinds of ideas and imaginations. I was like, Charlie, would I be able to survive? You know, but I was totally surprised. Very warm person, very understanding, and she knows her stuff.
She knows her stuff.
Yes, and when it's time for business, it's business. I mean, no monkeying around, you know. And she gives you the opportunity to bring out the very best in you. I mean, I know next to nothing about acting, but somehow she managed to guide. And she's, I mean, for all the things that one heard before meeting her, she's got an amazing baggage of patience. Seriously, and it's been quite revealing. And to have my very first gig I mean, initiated by the great Shirley Frimpong. Manso. I think that's awesome.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Yeah, it's a great blessing.
You know,
I
and
love
before
this.
we started shooting, I kept asking, so who's playing Nadia's ex? Who's playing Nadia's ex? And when I got to know it was you, I was like, hey, this man is handsome. You're coming to worry us on this project. But before we talk about 21 Days Inside, guys, we want you to check out this promo video. Shortly, we'll come back.
Hi. Good morning. I'm here. I am moving in, your new tenant. I'm sorry. House number 15, right? Oh, I'm Mason Tamakolo. I paid for a 3-month short stay at number 15 Barbob Close, which I believe this is. Look, my agent said I could move in when I was ready. I'm ready now. Oh, he gave me a key to the gate. Look at that. Woo!
We're here.
Okay, that was really short. I wanted to see what's going to happen after that. But 21 Days Inside, Shirley, is your latest work on Sparrow Station. Let's break it down. So tell us a little bit about 21 Days Inside, when it's showing. Give us all the details we need to know.
Okay, so 21 Days Inside is a drama series, okay, which is going to stream on Sparrow Station. It's a VOD platform, which we have had for the last 5 to 6 years, okay? And on the VOD platform, we've got all our other productions, you know, right from Life and Living It, which is the first one that we did, to, you know, 21 Days Inside. Okay, so let's talk about the inception. 21 Days Inside. 21 Days Inside happened during the time when we were inside 21 days, when Accra and I think Kumasi went on lockdown, you know, 2020, yeah? My God.
April?
I can't believe we're
April
going into 2022 already, you know. And I thought, my God, what am I going to do with myself? You know, it just felt like there was so much time, it was quiet. I thought, okay, let's do something. So I started writing. I started writing about this woman in her 40s, mid-40s, you know, and a few months ago, she seemed to have life all figured out, you know, and a few months down the line, when we meet her during the first day of the lockdown, her life is just completely going bonkers, you know. She's at risk of losing her house, you know, and she's being harassed because she was in a relationship with this man, you know, and
this man.
yes, she was in a relationship with this man, you know, who was a married man, you know, so makes it very, very complicated. So we meet her, and then just when you think that it can't get any worse, this boy shows up, you know, young teacher, thinks that, you know, life is easy and simple. He's coming from a completely different angle from where this woman is coming from, you know. So these two worlds collide, basically, you know. She's a very private person, doesn't like her space being, you know, tampered with at all. And this is a guy who thinks it's the party, man. I mean, what's the big deal? And so you can immediately see the conflict, okay? But I think the beauty of this is how we start off with these two characters, and somehow there's a lot more people who come into the story, including this man, this married man, you know, who weaves in and out of the story so beautifully. I love 21 Days Inside. If I say so myself, I love it. I think if I have to be honest, it's some of the best writing I've done in my entire career. I love it. I love the characters. I love, you know, some of these quotations that came out of nowhere, you know. I love the fact that it has life's lessons, but it's not as simple as you see it. You know, it's not a black and white situation, because life really is not black and white. I love it. And I think that everybody brought their A game. You know, I loved Nadia, especially on this one, you know.
I wanted to know how Michael also felt working with Nadia. It wasn't just Shirley, but also working with Nadia, who's also very known, you know.
I loved Michael on it. Michael, I have to say, it was a joy working with you. And considering that you've never acted before, you know, I remember I continuously, I was telling Lydia every day, I was like, I love this guy. I love your dedication to what you're doing. You know, he's on set on time. He knew his lines, you know, and every time we went into discussion about something that he was supposed to do, he was so open-minded about it. It was just amazing. It was easy for me to get in and out of his head, you know, without having to disturb too much of what he had already imbibed. It was great. And then Gordon, of course, we had been talking about this project for a long time. You know, I said, hit the gym, Godwin. So that was a project on his own, you know, and then everybody else, John Dumelo, Amanda, Joey. There was this young girl who came on. I think she's called. Yes.
But I don't know her real name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there was Ama Ampofo also. You know, the sexy Ama Ampofo. You know, so it was beautiful, and it was a very intimate set. You know, which I loved completely. You know, because we had this tiny crew, and then we had everybody, and I loved it. Almost felt like we were shooting in real time, didn't it?
Indeed.
Yeah.
You know, our phone calls were actually real.
True.
You know, people will be in town and will be like, Michael, call us.
Yes.
It was really nice.
We don't have time to talk about how it was shooting, because I remember when the police came to arrest because we were shooting a police scene, and the actual police came to see these men in police uniform with a gun on someone, and the police actually thought it was an attack.
It was crazy.
They actually thought it was an attack.
I missed that one.
Yes,
you missed it. You missed it.
So we don't have time to talk about that.
Drama, yeah, but it was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Absolutely.
And I think everybody needs to see it. It's, you know, it's 21 episodes of 21 days. It happens in real time. You know, we go from day 1 to day 2. So we see how the relationship between Faith and Mason start from day 1, and by day 21, how it's actually morphed into something completely different. And all the people who come in and go, I mean, whatever you do, you won't be able to tell what's going to happen. Yes.
I mean, Shirley has spoken, but Michael, why should we come and see 21 Days Inside?
You know, I have always loved reading. Apart from being an artist, I have always loved reading. And I do a bit of writing.
We should speak about his art.
We should speak about, I wish we had more time.
And I do a bit of writing to myself. Look, when I saw the script, I just said, this is a masterpiece. I sent her a message and I said, this is a masterpiece. You know, I have great admiration for writers who somehow, you know, this was shot in one location, and I mean, basically one location, even though there were other, but it was like so much could be done, so many dimensions, aspects of the story, all in one place. And I think that it takes a genius to do that. I've watched similar movies like that before, productions like that before, where almost everything is centered around one place. And I said that it was great. I mean, you should see this. I just don't know how else to describe this. You have to see this. Probably maybe it's my very first one, so I want everyone to see it.
We will see it, Michael. We'll see you.
Of course.
But I think it's got all the elements of an exciting drama series, 21, and I think that it would have been sad if it was just probably one movie where it was just an hour 35 minutes.
And then you're done.
You're done. No,
True.
This is good.
True.
So the suspense is kept, and then you go on and on and on. I think it's.
But why are we answering all the questions, Godwin? You should also tell us. You should also tell us.
I'm the host here, so
yeah,
I just ask the
but you know,
questions.
I can take 10 minutes of your hosting duties.
Goodness, they'll kill me.
Okay, 10
kill me,
seconds.
yeah.
10 seconds of your hosting duties. Godwin, how was it for you?
It was a beautiful experience. It was an amazing experience. I must say. I mean, working with you, of course, I've said it over and over, and every time I'm asked, I say the same thing. Like Michael has said, as John has said, as everyone would say, working with you is a challenge, a good challenge. I'm pushed to do better. I keep saying that 21 Days is my best work yet. Hopefully it is.
Yay.
It's my best work yet. So I want everyone to come and see. So there's an exclusive premiere on Friday.
Yes, Friday 24th. Yeah, Friday 24th December, Labadi Beach Hotel. It's going to be at 4 p.m. It's strictly by invitation, but obviously we're going to put it out and make sure that some of the fans are going to be able to come and watch it. And then right after the premiere, after we've screened a couple of episodes of 21 Days, we'll go live on Sparrow Station. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, okay? www.sparrowstation.com. Just go there. It's very easy to get on. and be a part of this sensation.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you heard it from, like they say, the horse's own mouth. It's Friday, 24th. We are doing our exclusive premiere. We are going to have complimentary tickets for our fans as well. So you want to stay posted on my social media, and on Nadia's social media, and on Michael's social media, and on John's social media. We're going to give away free tickets to some of our fans to come and participate in the screening at the Labadi Beach Hotel. But then we go live. I say we now because I'm part.
Yeah,
we go live, countdown on the 24th on Sparrow Station. Shirley Frimpong, Manso, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
For honoring us.
Pleasure.
With your presence. Michael, I am humbled always, you know.
Pleasure is mine.
To be in your presence as well. Guys, thank you so much. This is the AM Club live on the MX24 TV. Up next, we have Travel Tuesday, and your hostess with the mostest, Miss Jo, is started by